the betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.
Well, it's the shortlist for our Hollywoodbets Greyville race meeting on 18th of June. And let's go to my shortlist before I hand over to Warren Lenferner. And that's it on the screen. Well, place accumulator bankers. We got race number 2. That's horse number 5, Dawn Mission. Candice Dawson is in town. She's got a few runners that she's brought to the racetrack, and I think this could be the best chance of her winning. A horse that's holding his form well. Anything up to 2,000 meters suits him fine. The form of his last start behind the brief has held up, with Chasing Mavericks coming out to win. And against this field, I see him finishing in the top 3. In fact, I suggested to Warren that he could be worth a punt on the head as well. Race number 2, horse number 5, Dawn Mission. Then you see that I got Kylie's Fate as a place accumulator banker, a pick 6 banker, and a bipod banker. Really enjoyed that conversation I had with Warren during that race preview. And I mentioned to him, if there's anybody that I'd like to have had that conversation with, it would be him, because he likes his stories. He likes telling stories, and so do I. And this could be a story that we'll be telling if Kylie's Fate comes to win. Of course, that last start you're going to have to ignore completely. Rachel Vinegar was stood down, and this was the horse that basically cost her a ride in Africa's premier horse racing event. Not just a ride, but becoming the first female rider to ride in that race. And Rachel's an absolute soldier. She's back riding. She's back riding with a bang. And here she is, back on the horse that cost her that valuable position of taking her place in the July. And I think this horse is going to reward her on Monday. I really got that feeling. And when you're trying to work it out in black and white, you also want the stars to be aligned. And I'm hoping it's aligned for Rachel Vinegar and Michael Roberts at Hollywoodbets Greyville on Monday. And when you speak about the form, well, it's clear to see that she does enjoy racing on the poly track. And then I've got a horse to follow, and it's just one horse that I've picked out to follow, and it comes up in race number 5 in a highly competitive race. I mean, this looks to be a race where you're going to have to play it wide in the exotics, and it's not necessarily a horse that you're suggesting to have a punt on the head when you're suggesting to follow one. But this filly, keep a very close eye on her. She's been well beaten by 3 runners in the race: Petra, Lady Legend, and Boldly Go. But she is far better than that form suggests. She's run in the Cape Fillies Guineas, the KZN Guineas as well. And I think that she's much better than that last start suggests, where there were valid excuses, which are documented in the form guide that I was using, which is the computer form. So number 5, Queen of Shadows, 1 to follow. Yeah, those are the horses that I've picked out. And Warren, let's have a look at your list.
Thanks, Dees. And just to follow on that Rachel Vinegar story, we did have her on our podcast some time ago. We've had her on the podcast just this recent week, and she tells her whole story there with regards to Kylie's Fate, that incident, and her thoughts and feelings on missing the Hollywoodbets Durban July. So go online and to the Gold Circle Facebook page and listen to that podcast that Andrew Harrison and Tawanda Taravinga did with Rachel while I was away. Interesting story. But here's the short list from my side. Taking a chance, as I said during the show, place accumulator banker in the second race, number 6, Boundless Bash. The 2-year-old Judd Pot, yes, not going to be easy for a 2-year-old over 1,800, but I do believe he's got the ability to at least run into the first 3. Then in the 5th race, number 8, Boldly Go for Dean Kannemeyer. And Keegan DeMello, as I said, Keegan DeMello in mustard form. And this horse, she finished her race off powerfully last time. Her overall form's good. She too should be able to run into the first 3. And the Tinkerman, Dees asked me in the preview section of the show, the Tinkerman Passage of Power, if I were forced to choose between the 2, well, there it is on screen, the Tinkerman. I think he'll be able to run another very good race. He clearly, I think he's way better than a rating of 84, the Tinkerman. I think he's quite a smart horse. Horses to watch out for in the second race, In the same race where I've suggested Boundless Bash as your place accumulator, suggested banker, fill your boots for Comnaidu, Hollywood Syndicate, Calvin Habib. Throw this into the back end of quartets, could help make the quartet pay. And you know that Dees fancies Dawn Mission, so we're going to include that in absolutely everything Dawn Mission. The third race, number 10, Double Espresso, Garth Puller's horse for the Khalil family and their partners, the Pillets as well as the Angras. Serena Muddi's going to ride, and dropping in the ratings, Double Espresso ran on powerfully last time. Keep an eye on the Son of Crusaders. Dee said as well he's not concerned about the distance, nor am I. Double Espresso could run well. And the last one is in that race where, go and watch that 7th race preview. Dees and I were having a wonderful chat. And we only spoke about 2 horses. We spoke about Kylie's Fate, and we spoke about Time is Ticking. And I think Time is Ticking, she's going to run a much better race. And I'm hoping that, because Dees and I will be taking as many boxed exactors and swingers as we can, Time is Ticking and Kylie's Fate. That's my short list. All that's left is for us to wish you all the very best. Punt well, stay safe, and as always, Dees, Diana and Tana, we'll see you from the number 1 box. Well, my line is, see you in the number 1 box. And Dees, your line is?
Salanigas.
It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.